Welcome to the Wise One channel. I am your host, Lady Caren. I should learn how to do that intro. Yes. And yeah, it is. It is morning. I've been up for a while. Yeah, that's not too bad. That light. Yeah. Mm, mm. It's daylight. I wonder. Let's play with the lighting and see what it does. Like, oh, this is blankets. Oh, that's yeah. Mm. That washes me out on this way. I don't know if it cleans it up on your device. But yeah. All right. So we are crocheting. Open the loop. Yeah. I know I can't see where cropozoids. All right, let's try. I'm really gonna be washed out. Yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to crochet a little bit. I would like to see the crochet, but I need. Yeah, it's washed out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll just do with it. Usually, if you're watching in HD, it'll clean it up anyways. But I should get this to clean up a little bit. I don't know. So we are in February. I haven't done a lick of what I wanted to do. That's I love not because it's a good thing, but because it's better than saying how bad it is. Uh, but I haven't gotten much further on the blanket. It just looks great though. I like it. It looks so pretty. It's gonna take me forever. I am running out of like I could probably just double this, which is like a blanket this long. I don't think I can do that's the rest. But yeah. I have so much to learn about business and do things and yeah. Seems it evolves just when I get the grasp of it, it evolves into something completely different. Where the old, do this. Oh, that program's obsolete now. We have things that run better, and you took all that time to learn something that in these 5 seconds we can, yeah. So, I'd sat there and considered more about neurodivergent versus neurotypical. And I don't think it's being different in the way that we think and process and use our brains and the way our brains are designed that's debilitating. I think it's a lack of dopamine, serotonin regulations, and oxycontin. We are not happy enough. We can't produce our own happiness. I remember an author, sci-fi, going into that kind of what if, you know, happiness wasn't something you could produce. So yeah, like a diabetic who cannot produce insulin, like a type 1 diabetic who cannot produce insulin, or a type 2 that has trouble regulating the amount. I wonder if the symptoms that make us disabled are simply deficiencies. We just simply are. Our disability is simply not having enough dopamine, not having a happy life, being depressed. And I don't think antidepressants are the answer. But our ability to produce, so that should we revolve a lifestyle around the health of happiness, and because there's the pursuit of happiness in our everybody should be free to pursue their happiness. So I don't think that that law has been changed, which means I should investigate what that means, like what that entails. Because I think in order to sustain a life where I can be successful, I think it's about pursuing happiness. I believe if I pursue happiness, I can have a healthier life for myself and others. So happiness would be my commodity, would be my to be able to produce happiness for myself. Like I probably have serotonin and dopamines and oxytocin regulation production and stuff. It just probably just doesn't. I don't live a lifestyle where it is in efficient quantities. So that leads me to live, because once, like when somebody who's neurospicy is put on stuff that helps produce these chemicals in the brain, a lot of the problems that they have go away. So it's not the way we run our attention or the way our body manages attention. It's not the parts of the spectrum that we're on. It's just when we're depleted or deficient in serotonin that it becomes problematic in our ability to function. That becomes the disability. It's not who we are. It's like saying white is a disability because I burn in the sun so easy that I'm high risk for cancer, and cancer is a symptom of burning too much. Or no, it's not a symptom. It's something that can occur as melatonin deficient, or I have deficiency in my melatonin, and so therefore I'm white and I'm disabled because I'm white. I mean, no, it's just the way I am, just the way anybody who's of any height, size, skin color, built of the body, can see, can't see. They're just given accommodations to function. Diabetics, aren't, sugar fiends or something. Oh, sugar lovers. They love sugar so much they're deficient on insulin. That doesn't make sense. They just don't produce it. So it's not autism that is the disability. So it's a person who's autistically spectrumed, or a person who has a different way of having attention done, because they can see now a person with like enough serotonin and enough enough dopamine, enough serotonin regulation, and enough. They function better than, you know, anything else, and they're on par, and in some cases better, depending on the neurotypical, and that we're not less than, we're not some subhuman case, some mutation. We're just people. We're not average intelligence. We're not hindered by our super intelligence. We're just people. Yeah. So, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. So the more that I want go over, I think I went over. Okay. So just one too many, I think. Okay, so this one. I don't know. Let's try it though. Chain one. Go into the first one or go into the next? Let's try going to the first one. Try that for a couple of stitches. See if that comes out straight. You know, it's so crooked. So crooked indeed. This is what happens when you don't count your stitches. So many. There's no way to count all these stitches in a straight head without a stitch counter and knowing how to use the stitch counter. So, yeah, what do I want to do with that? Okay, let's do with that. So, hi. What you need?
Where's my taco?
On your bed. I put it on your bed. So there's your headphones.
Don't want.
Don't want your headphones. Okay. So, yeah, it's hard to get my dopamine fix this winter. We got 6 more weeks of winter, so it was a nice day. I still don't know where they get that. They already make the calendar. They'll say that this day is spring and this day isn't spring, first day of spring. Just sit there in the calendar like so many months back. And so they knew, and they don't wait for the groundhog. So where did they get the groundhog and how many days they got, or how long spring is, and how long? I've been obsessed with the calendar, the history of the calendar, because it's a fascinating point, like what did people do before calendars, and how did calendars start functioning, and they didn't really function well. Somebody's like, this is the calendar we're going to use, and then this is it. Nobody knows, and it's still not accurate. We miss days. I mean, the orbit and the way that we spin is not consistently the same speed all the time. We slow down, speed up. Our polar, our electromagnetic, and our it changes every so often. So it'll be interesting. but we do cycle through and cycle through again. It's like we could use the 2017 calendar and a couple of few other calendars from history in order to use, this year, 2023. Then math comes into play like a lot when you talk about calendars. Roman calendars, Gregorian calendars, Mayan calendars, lunar calendars, solar calendars, lunar solar calendars. I don't count the days. 7 days a week. A little bit 10. Everything's but 10, 12. Ay. How it counts. How we build our world, our foundation, and the things on our world, the things we do with our world and our environment and ourselves and the way we eat. Because they didn't always used to have breakfast. They advertised breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's interesting when you investigate your history. And there's so many things that we do that they didn't do back then, or we don't do that they would have just gasped. Like, how can you not? To admit that I enjoy or saw the luxury of having running water at taps. Something that I do not envy the ancestors for. So I wonder how the ancestors really feel. We have this perception of what our ancestors would do, especially in magic, how our ancestors would protect us, love us. And do you love the generations yet to come from this point? I mean, that's like looking at how would you look out for them? What would you do? Would you raise, would you raise the floodgates to protect your loved ones? I mean, thinking about how we would protect our loved ones in a world where we don't recognize the modern, we have fantasy, sci-fi fantasy of what the future looks like, predicting the future. I mean, that's gotta be like Tesla having visions and visionary people. So consider these things that our ancestors, would they be so to protect us and be like, no, you do all this stuff and you don't do this. In the first place, you scoff at my thing that I used to do. Should you want to do this and you want me to protect you? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how I want it. So, the ancestors, the spirits, the angels, the jinns, and all the other creatures that have no longer been talked about. I talk about saints and gods and different types of other mystical beings on who knows what kind of plane of existence that we cannot prove nor disprove exist. So yeah. We consider these things sometimes when we have a moment to think. Don't crossover. Be easy enough to just pull. I probably don't need all this. Let me just warm up. I've got tea and it's winter and I'm crocheting. It's late that I'm crocheting because this should already be done. I should be working towards spring items and living in things that have been made from already, you know. So I need to do more arts and crafts and make more material available. Life is interesting when it's consumed by capitalism in a way that is akin to slavery. Different type of slavery. But they had slavery all over the whole world, way back in ancient times. We want to abolish slavery because we mistreated human beings inhumanely. The name of slavery, which I don't know what was wrong with those people. And it's very healthy to abolish slavery, in my opinion. So, if you want to abolish slavery, let's abolish the need for it the way it makes sense. For big, I believe a big uh, foundational pillar piece for slavery would be inequality. Once we established equality amongst all the humans, we have established less of a need for slavery. You don't work for me without getting what I get, basically. You get less of what I get. If you get less of what I get, then that's leading towards slavery. It's an inequality. Or vice versa. I get less than what you get. Like a company makes so much money, but I only get a portion of that, whether or not it's the value of the work of the company is that I do. I get a job. So it's economics. And then when people like me who have less, I can't offer you anything more than what I have, which is I have less, doesn't mean I'm valued less. That's the difference where we're raised that if you have less knowledge but you're highly intelligent, you are less knowledgeable or less valued than those who have more knowledge and less intelligence. And then they also cited intelligence is also flawed, cheated, misrepresented. This is really what intelligence is. It means that we, the people who are better than you, know more than and are smarter than the people that don't. And that is such falsehood. You have no idea. I mean, that is such falsehood. So, super smart, intelligent, and highly capable of navigating your world. It's far more than what you've already known. If you can't gain new knowledge, there is no point, or you can't utilize the knowledge that you have. There's no point grabbing new knowledge. Is there? What's the point? Which is frustrating. So, we value each other's intelligence, where my intelligence is where yours might lack, and your intelligence is where mine might. Where my intelligence might be where yours will lack, and your intelligence might be where mine will lack. So, I mean, for those that we called geniuses in the past, were completely flawed and had learning disabilities and had different types of accommodations that allowed their intelligence to be recognized, perceived, and backed by those of influence, wealth, and power. If we give that backing to everyone, not just select individuals, somebody's intelligence might be in gaming, whereas another person's intelligence might be in cleaning, and others might be in emotional understanding, and there may be overlap. One of them, then we think that some people are stupid because all they know is the things that they've been taught, and they know it very well, whether or not they were taught on a factual base. I'm hoping to grab more viewers or subscribers or people that like the video. If I come on later the day, it's like, let me see what time it is. It is almost 9ish on my time. Oh, that's gorgeous. We're getting through this. Sometimes when my flow is interrupted, crocheting flow is interrupted, I have to bring my primary attention instead of my secondary attention to it. I'm thinking that the next row over, oh no, I got another row across before I do a double. See, and more than just over the halfway point. So this is like a 3/4 thumb space, roughly, because it's not accurate. It's not laid out totally flat and accurate measure. Sure, going the right direction. This is pretty though. Very pretty. I'm not gonna have enough material. If it took me that far to get this far, I don't have enough for a whole blanket. So I'm gonna have to like crochet other parts to make a blanket so that by next winter, or this coming winter, because we're in a winter, I will have a beautiful blanket already made. Alright. Alright, so I did work on that, but I've got more work to do. I don't know if I have enough totes. I really don't. But I will keep working on totes and filling up the space that I have and doing more, stacking it nicely, neatly in boxes so that when we move, it's gorgeous, it's easy peasy, and might as well have a minimalist. I'm going to transform this material that we have into a flow so we can get rid of stuff that we don't need. We're going to liquidate it, sell it, not just get rid of, but we're going to go through the stuff that we don't have or that we've accumulated. Totally Swedish death cleaning. This year will be Swedish death cleaning, so I can evolve a method of how material comes into the living space and it leaves, and the beauty that it leaves, and where it becomes more fulfilling towards somebody else's life, where you have precious memories and hopes and things like that, rather than just stuff, because it's stupid. It's not healthy for me. It's just keep stuff. So it'll have to be stuff that I can utilize and then create a good space with. Figure out how to do that, because it's a pretty concept, but is it applicable, and how do I create that concept? I wonder. It's getting bright. There's less clouds, but it is definitely. Ooh, that's pretty. That is very pretty. I can see. I think. Yeah. There we go. One or two. That's one. Let's find the second one. It's this whole stitch. That was just the front of the stitch. I need the whole stitch. I need to go through the space beneath the stitch. So I have material. So we're going to try to, for Easter, sell, which means I'm going to have to do stuff. I'd have to clean, create. Let's go this way, not back over the work that was just dead halfway through. Wow, that was fast. This other halfway. quiet. It's so quiet. I'm so close to this end. I hope you guys are doing well. You guys have had a good year so far. Or have done well with the year you had so far, because we all know that it's going to be okay, not because only good things will happen, but because we've been through so much crappy things that have happened, we know what to do to make some good out of it, to make it okay, to make it all right, so that it'll be all right. Because, you know, that's why it's okay. That's why it's going to be okay, is because we're going to take our own power in our own hands as we grow our faith, great divine, in our own divinity, and pull up more and more resources until we are efficiently using our resources to make it okay. Trauma, the drama, that should have been, would have been, could have been, didn't happen type of life. From this point on, make it, create it, and embrace it kind of way of life, huh? We can do this. We have done this, and we will continue to do this, and we will continue to do it even better as we evolve our arts and craft and living till we find our power, where we quit dogging ourselves into thinking we are less than, when nobody is less than. Everybody is superior. Superior to it. Superior to the way we could have been before. The way we might have been before. The way we evolved our life, our character traits, are. But it's not the same. Well, but why is that so much? Let me see. I only need to do one or two or three. See if I've got the edge straight. Okay. Oh, that is straight. That's pretty. Why is this edge so much prettier with this light bubble pan? Fruits. Slight. Whereas this edge, the state borders could look straighter. Or strange territory. So I have to keep this in here because it won't stay together. This is cute, but it's from Wish, where it's made cheaply, and I don't know how to improve upon that piece in order for it to be more efficient. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I've got one more line across this way in single stitch, and when I come back this way, to the side, it will be a double stitch. So we've got like the chain, a single, a half, double, some strange, then we got a single, then we got a double, we got 1, 2, 3, yeah, like 1, 2, 3, we got a double, a strange pattern stitch, I don't know how to write, then we've got a double, then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, then we've got a double, then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles, and then a double, and then we'll have 6 singles, and then a double, and then we'll have like a strange one, and then 5. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, that's cold. It is cold in here. That is why I'm more comfortable in a blanket. Okay. So I take time to be more creative to jumpstart my day because I have that of a thinking artistic instead of autistic is the way to call it. Oh my gosh, this looks so warm. This looks like this could be just a pretty scarf. Like I could probably compare this to the scarf. But I want a blanket, so I will see what I can sell, and then when I find the store, I'll have to link in the description, and then to buy another acrylic cake by Lion Brand, Lion something. I'll have to figure out what the brand is. It's pretty acrylic and the weight it is, and it's so gorgeous. See, I already lost my needle. I need one of those spacers. It's like having children. I probably lose my children more often than I lose this needle. But it's not hard. They don't usually leave the property. A joke for those who don't understand. Just to let you know, because I know there are diverse amounts of people in this whole planet that watch YouTube. That was a joke. That was, yeah. But this is so pretty, and I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this work. IKEA was onto something when I thought, oh, we should just let the buying customer do the work because they fall in love with their own work. We do. Oh, we do. Okay, so more crocheting tomorrow, or no? Religion. Yeah, I can do that while I preach. Yeah. And I'm also doing a rug for the minion, youngest minor offspring. Offspring sounds so detached. I'm trying to find a word that is not diminutive of younger children. Child, why people have put negative connotations with children or childs or those little goats called kids. And yeah. But yeah. So tomorrow I'll talk about character identity and all that religiously, like a sermon. I think this is regular and not. Yeah, this is regular. This is not the gel. I don't think this is the gel. It's just regular nail polish. Okay. There are so many things in this universe that I have yet to understand, like people and the way that people treat other people, that I've been treated and the way that I treat others because of the way I've been treated. Why we vibrate, the frequency we vibrate, some would say. It's gorgeous. I like it. I like it. I'll do the other half, but this has to dry first, and I just like saturated it. Heavy amount of saturation for nail polish. So it'll take a while to dry, especially in this temperature. But yeah, it's nice. I love those with well manicured. You know, I love seeing well manicured fingers and people. It's so satisfying. Personal preference. I find it memorizing. It's one of my happy places. Um, hmm. I shouldn't be checking the phone on here. It's like, wow, look at how easily distracted I am. I like I need more dopamine. Ah, it's like, what do I want to do while this cures, while this dries? I could blow on it though. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to check the weather. I don't want to check the weather, but I was going to do it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's warmer than yesterday, but it's still cold. It doesn't get into the 30s until after lunch. Oh, that's cold. That's so fucking cold. That is extremely cold. Let's see here. I was like, what can we talk about? Google, researchers provide a new insight in carefully choreographed dance of nerve, like, is that the nervous system? Gray water test. WaterView digital water testing tells you exactly what's in your water. It's a sponsored. Blinken postpones trip to Beijing after Chinese spy balloons spotted over U.S. We've got Chinese balloons. It's probably one of those genius kids doing his own thing. He's like, I want to see the U.S. It's not really a spy thing. I grew up in a cult with my dad. 5 moms and 44 siblings. I loved my childhood. Okay. That one is New York Post, 5 days ago. Woohoo! February, Leo, and the full moon inspires you to be bold, brave, like a lion. Leo. Blight security issues prompt judge to reopen case against abandoned West Michigan hotel. WZZM. How often you can take Tylenol explains the safe use of acetaminophen, acetaminophen. acetaminophen, sort of, basically, Tylenol. The recent discovery is that one was USA Today, one day. And then this is the recent discovery of 65-ton enormous dinosaur provides the answers to a puzzle in the world, ... The archaeologist said Diego. These are the things that Discover by Google has on my particular, because of my interest in science and my interest in stuff. I've scrolled over other stuff. Descriptions of Alexander's lighthouse found in ancient Chinese writing by Greek reporter 3 days ago. And 2 overlooked signs of ADHD by Psychology Today 6 days ago. Water pores in leaves proven to be part of a plant's defense system against pathogens. This is .org. Ingenious, intelligent secrets and tips that work inventor. The best detergent for wool. And if I have to change the detergent based on the amount of, I just have a hodgepodge amount of clothes, and yes, based on knit versus knit or weave. In your fabric, like how you put together a pattern. For some people, it's not just throw stuff together, but oh my gosh. How to improve your memory, problem solving, and mental processing in just 6 minutes. ADHD. Oh, that was by Inc. magazine. It's urgent and scary. No, I'm good. Not my thing. My kids would love it, but kids bebop, sign and dance, sign and dance along summers. That's probably because I have the CSL version. Maybe I should learn that so I can do that with my kids. Yeah, I don't really listen to. I really don't read. Okay, USA Today. Lead in cadmium are most of the dark chocolates we eat. Consumer Report study finds. Oh, that's disturbing because I am a dark chocoholic. Am I a bitter person? I don't know, but the fact that it's healthier and has more antioxidants, I eat for health, not because bitter, dark, psychotic personality. Do you know these modern manners to respect and follow for 2023? Probably not. Do I care? Should I care? Forgotten Stonehenge to the north is given nation by construction form. The Guardian. Is that a reliable resource? Do they have fact finders? 24 ways to make s'mores. Ooh, taste of home. Or YouTube. Intriguing. What? Did the Earth's core really stop spinning or reverse direction by sci-fi 6 days ago? Oh, I would click on that. But we are coming to the end of the video because I'm trying not to make it more than an hour. If anybody's watched it in the past place. I'm not really sure the algorithm is giving me accurate stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do layers and layers, but it's dry enough to do the other one. AI attempts to create a sign language manual with predictably horrifying results. IFL Science 5 days ago. Oh my gosh, some of these things as clickbait I so would love to click like this. Husky learns to rock newborn baby in his bouncer chair. Best babysitter ever. Life of Malamutes in YouTube. I mean, like, come on. Who would not? Make sure you get the fact that it's by Malamutes on YouTube so that they get credit. But oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, cuteness. Oh my gosh, clickbait. If ever I saw clickbait, this is so much clickbait. The little husky, the baby, the cuteness, and the double cuteness, and yes. How to do? Spectrum, autism, research. I think it's research. That did not. It's they did not put the whole word in there. They just dot it. Okay, 2 days ago, prolific autism research has 24 papers retracted. Spectrum. It's probably where they make us sound like we're less than when really we're just equal to all our other people. So yeah, that right there, that mess, that is the next thing I need to get onto. Yeah. Best way to prevent cataracts. That's probably something people should, if it's good. Strikes creates a strange form of crystals rarely seen in nature. Ooh, science alert 5 days ago. Click on that. Somebody drilled holes in the guitar. That has a whole sound. Intriguing. How to clean a cast iron skillet and remove rust. That's important. That one is by Tom's Guide 4 days ago. Giant cat. Woman's pet is nearly 3.5 feet long. Yeah, some cats like those Maine Coons. I can speak. Maine Coons are just adorable. Like I said, I love the cats. Yeah, cats are just that size, and then we have like little cats, but they're not called quarter cats. Smaller cats are not called quarter cats, like the horses, the gigantic horses, and then we have horses that we could stand next to and not feel like we're getting ready to ride to Mount Olympus. Yeah. Detach with love is good for detaching with love is good for yeah. That one's by Psychology Today, and I'm not so sure about the title. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. We're going to get on to saying goodbye. Nobody wants to say goodbye. We just want to like, love you. And if you want to learn about religious stuff tomorrow, about the Great Divinity and the Whole Wise One, and join the Whole Wise One Church tomorrow. We're reading online here. Look at Eastern time. I want to call it Eastern time. 7 a.m. Eastern time. It's not a top of the head thing, because I know there are several. And I could be familiar with the fact that what time thing I'm on, but for some reason, when I'm trying to come up with it, it just doesn't come up with it. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye. Love you. Love you guys. Love you. Guys have a good one. Until next we meet, have a good one.